I think it's fine.
Okay.
When it turned, it piled up. Look at it. No.
It's fine. Welcome to Charleston.
Okay.
This is a different kind of car for us this time.
Go for it. Hang tight.
Okay, so this is Tyler, the little street that the Notebook was filmed on. So our house is just right on the other side. We just came the other way, but okay, this is Darius Rucker's wife bought that little house right there. She runs a little school out of it.
Okay, we're in the old village today making homemade biscuits with my mom.
And my mom.
JoJo, also known as Joann.
And Lynda.
So we're going to be making homemade biscuits. So
This is like a little Mother's Day special.
Yeah. We've already put how many in there?
We're going to do a Southern recipe.
A Southern recipe, yeah.
We're using self-rising flour.
Okay.
2 cups.
Right here.
White Lily.
Me and Mom can get the water.
We don't use water.
Oh, see? Here's a little pharmacy, and the lady makes like the very best ever sandwiches in there. And we usually go and get those. They're doing a little construction here right now. But then here's where, so this is when Noah and Allie are like skipping up the street right there. Then they pass the pharmacy on the Notebook, and then they skip in front of, ride their bikes in front of this big white place. And then this is the post house. It's really good food, and that's where Josh and Heath also stay when they come here. Yeah, basically. But they're almost done redoing all these roads.
Here's the thing about the pharmacy. So you can go in there and set up an account for the kids, and the kids can just go in there and get grilled cheese, ice cream, and just say, "Well, road to that." And we get a bill at the end of the month.
Yeah.
By kids, you mean me?
Yep.
That's actually
That's
very
right.
convenient.
If you noticed it's over 1K,
It's because you went in there and laid up in some bug spray and grilled cheeses. Oh, we're getting ready to have biscuits.
2 cups of flour.
Okay.
A 4th cup of shortening. I use Crisco. You can use lard.
Oh, because you haven't heard about Crisco in years.
You've not been cooking.
No. Huh.
so we're needing that endorsement deal.
Self-rising, yep.
Yeah.
It's not expired,
I'm
is it?
hoping they hear this.
So how much Crisco are you putting in?
1/4 of a cup.
What is Crisco?
It's shortening.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was butter.
No, it's shortening. You can use butter, but I'd rather have shortening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something to clog the arteries, but
Yeah.
makes it so good.
Yeah.
We're gonna die from something. Might as
That's
well
very
something
true.
we enjoy.
I hope that's my. Raj likes it.
She loves it. I do too.
You do too.
Well, that's my Saturday morning Hardee's, though. And every Saturday morning, that's my treat to myself.
Well, now you'll know how to make it.
Yeah.
So.
Or Dairy Queen, honestly, has good.
Oh yes, Dairy Queen has really good. I agree with
If
you.
you can't make it to Cracker Barrel,
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel's number 1.
Yes, you're
I have
right.
three places I
Dana
pick
will
from.
not eat at Cracker Barrel.
No.
You can't
How
get it
come?
at
I do not. I've never liked Cracker Barrel. Never.
Chicken and dumplings.
Oh, they got
Cracker
the
Barrel.
best.
Go down here, look at the tree.
Oh,
These mood towers you got on here.
jeez.
TC, look at this tree.
Yeah,
Adam,
this
tell them
tree
about the
is
tree.
crazy.
Like how you can cut them down.
That tree?
Big trees are oak trees, called live oak trees. And you cannot, once they get a certain diameter, it's illegal to cut them. And you'll see that they're literally everywhere.
Sorry, I thought you were going the other way.
And so what people do is they buy the lots. So if you look at this one right here.
Whoa.
So when people buy lots here, they look at the lot based on the trees that are on it too. So that, because if one of these trees are on the lot, they can't tear it down. They can't cut it down.
Yeah,
So they gotta build a house. They gotta build a house around the tree.
And the wires go through the tree too.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. So we don't need a KitchenAid or anything? Mixer?
Afraid not.
Okay.
That stuff slows you down. I just soon use
Frankie.
everything the easy way. Pour it in and stir it up. And
But well, how much are you putting in there?
I'm just guessing. I'm
Just eyeing it.
You don't want to get it too wet, and you don't want to work it too much with your hands. And keep everything as cold as you can.
Oh, cold. Okay.
You want
Did you always make biscuits and gravy for Josh growing up?
I did.
What'd you make for me?
I think it was McDonald's.
I was gonna say cereal.
It was Lucky Charms, actually. And she picked out all the little marshmallows.
Some things never change.
Dana, what's your favorite thing about living down here?
Honestly, probably just like the energy. It just has really good energy down here. It's like you feel like you're at home, but the weather's so good, and it's just like everybody's happy, and yeah, it's so good.
It's such a
And then definitely I like that it's warmer. I hate sweet. And I love that it's just, I mean, it's going to be 90 this weekend.
Josh, what about you? Do you remember the first time you had biscuits and gravy from your mom? Or one of the first?
Shoot. Probably one.
You
You don't
remember it?
remember being 1 year old?
Yeah, I do. They were that good. They were memorable.
They was real picky eaters.
Was it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what did you make most for him?
Macaroni, cheese, and mashed potatoes. That's all he ate.
See? It wasn't just us.
Now everything's changed. I have, like, my palate has expanded.
To like what? A cheeseburger?
Chicken tenders, Lexingtonian salad.
There you go.
This
There you
is
go.
no lie.
I'm surprised you eat that,
I
honestly.
love it.
If we ate
Oh,
out,
that's the best.
I had to stop at Wendy's or McDonald's and get him fries and chicken nuggets. He would not
Take
eat.
it to the restaurant.
Oh, you
Yes.
wouldn't eat the restaurant food?
No, I'd cry. Pitch a fit.
He would.
Oh, but it would have to go. I think all the people are really nice.
Yeah.
And then too, like what I love even about this area is that they take old homes and make them better instead of just tearing them down.
Yeah.
Like they like restore the charm instead of just like disintegrating it all.
I love that one. Love that one.
And it really is like low country laid back. Like
Yeah.
everybody just thinks laid back.
Look.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
There we go, buddy. Look at your dog,
Just something though that won't
What's-
stick to.
Carson.
And then, look, let me show you.
Oh, yeah.
You always
She's
gonna get a little
bored.
bit on here. And you just roll it from the middle out. We don't want to get them too flat.
You're just barely pressing it.
Yeah. Can't. Here. You had that off the dough. Keep it on the dough. We'll put these in this.
Oh, that one actually wasn't. Look, it stayed down in there.
Well,
Oh, always grease your pan.
This is interesting. We're improvising.
Mm-hmm.
well, we didn't have all the
Yeah, people have
essentials
done that
down
for
here.
years.
Yeah, we didn't have a
Lynda,
biscuit cutter.
get yours cut out.
I'm just. Actually, we really do. They close at 5. Oh. We have to run to Ham.
Oh, they're so soft.
Yeah, they are.
One.
That looks like a cinnamon roll.
It'll cook together. You've always wanted the ugly biscuits.
I do. I always get the ones that the ends
They
were
fit
like
over the ugly biscuits.
the naughty ones.
Now,
Do you
Really?
put butter on top of yours?
After I bring them out.
Oh, okay.
Not before.
That stops them from rising.
Callie, where's Frank?
So
If you put butter on them before you put them in, it stops them from rising. She said.
What was Josh like when he was a kid? Honestly, you can be honest. I know he's
about like he is now.
Perfect and
Hard to get along with.
angelic. He says the one thing, she's saying the opposite. Oh gosh.
I was
Can you believe
Were you rotten or what?
No.
he liked to be by himself?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he liked to be by himself.
Well, I didn't like all the time. I
Well,
wasn't
no,
recluse.
no.
Or recluse.
Brandon had to have somebody with him. He's not a lone person.
Yeah.
Now Josh could cope.
Which I'm still like that.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
still
But
like that.
they had friends all the time at the house.
Yeah,
Everybody come
But
to
I
our
like my
house.
alone time.
yeah.
And
Get your books and your highlighter out.
How was sis?
She wasn't a loner, that's for sure. We laugh and say she came out of the womb talking.
well, Josh was really quiet.
Really, Dana, I mean, she was the opposite. Talk, talk, talk. The funniest story I ever...
Just like Graham.
Yeah, just like
Really?
Graham, exactly. Oh yeah. And the funniest story on Dana was I have to tell this one, we were heading to KFC.
Of
and
course.
She was
We weren't fixing biscuits and gravy. We were going to KFC.
But no, she was like 3 years old, and I was just telling her in the car, now don't talk to strangers, you know, blah, 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 all that. And so we go in KFC, and so I'm there ordering, look down, and she's gone. And I'm like panicking real fast, and she's over in the booth with this little old man, and standing up right beside him, just talking away. And I went over there and got her, and then we got to the booth, and I was like, "Hey, we just talked about this," and she was like, "He was so lonely."
Oh.
But no, she talks, and everywhere we go, Dana always knew somebody. By the time she was 5 years old, we could go across the continent, and she would be like, "Hey, so-and-so."
Still like that.
Still like that.
But that's where they house a lot of the soldiers.
Now their Jasmine's gotten out of control.
I still love it.
That is a ton.
Danny, did you look at that? Look at that copper roof.
That is insane.
We want to do copper gutters.
That's gonna, I mean, that house, if they sell that house, they're probably gonna
So much.
Okay, this is my favorite house in the neighborhood. Right here. And they have a really pretty little yard and pool, but hold on. Right there. I love it so much.
See how the windows are kind of beveled up there? Yeah. So those are original.
So pretty.
Where the historic area in here has, Charleston has such a high level of preservation that you can't change stuff. So those windows are legit hand-blown, old
That's my
school,
mom's favorite
can't
house.
change them, can't touch them windows.
We talked to them the other day,
So if
they're
you,
like,
if you look at some of these windows, see how they're a little beveled?
Oh yeah, right on top.
Look how big that glass pane is on those windows.
Wow.
What did you think Josh was like as a kid?
Don't tell it all. He's a being dark person.
He was very sweet. He was. Like, I mean, he was always good looking and popular, but he never treated anybody like that. I mean, you were very sweet.
That means
I'll
you
write
raised
you.
him
I'll
right.
write you a check.
I never had to go to one teacher conference with
I don't
either one of
think
my
I-
boys.
Well, now Chris
Chris,
is a little bit of a different story. At the end in high school.
And he turned out perfect.
Oh, he turned out
Yeah.
perfect.
The principal would let him take over with the kids and stuff, and he was
Shoot, I was a teacher in grade
he
Natural.
school.
was a
leader.
good leader back then.
You can learn that from your kinfolk Danny over at the grave we went to.
I did.
Farm
Are you gonna eat one?
on the farm. So
I was wondering.
In hospital, you know.
We'll get one for Adam.
Here's, I
Tyler.
got one right here.
Here, fix him.
Oh, they are.
Now we
good.
can,
Ooh.
I think they laid up like the post house. Okay, well that wraps it up.
All right.
So from our home to yours.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.